All right, so today this video is going to be a little bit longer than they usually are. So these videos are usually, well, 59 seconds long, and I just quickly give an overview of what I'm doing. But today I thought I might make something a bit longer to sort of see what you guys think and see if this could be a recurring thing moving forward. So this one's called War. And the whole premise of it was, okay, I'm gonna put 1 hour on the clock. I'm gonna do some sketching. I'm gonna add some splashes of color, but it's not gonna be a refined, edited, reworked, painstakingly built up piece of work. It's gonna be a one and done. And more importantly, I'm gonna put it out so that it forces me to let go of the need to perfect and curate everything and just promote some more carefree and just easygoing approach to it. And I'm calling it an impression because it's not a painting, it's an impression of a painting. It's just a concept. I'll still do more longer, bigger pieces, but I think adding this to my rotation is a good thing in the long run. So the subject matter is more a native on the right with an arrow piercing through the frontiersman's chest. Quite graphic in concept, but at this point, if you've looked at any of my other work, you'll see I'm quite the action leaning artist. I don't necessarily find great pleasure in painting landscapes and still life of fruit. I'm not knocking the fruit still life, by the way, but for me, if I'm going to do something, if I want to do some art, I'm thinking about the action movies that I watched growing up, even though I was too young to watch them. Those definitely PG 18 or something. PG, PEGI, Peggy 18. I think that's what they're called. So, long story short, conflict, weaponry, action. That's my bag. And these two characters at the bottom of the screen. So these two heads looking at each other and they're sort of facing off. That's an even more spontaneous part of this impression, because essentially there was just going to be the two figures at the top. I didn't know they were going to be at the top of the page. I just knew I wanted to do two figures in that sort of in that kind of space. But then as I finished sketching them, I thought to myself, the bottom of the page looks a bit empty, so let me add something. And then this just sort of came out as I was thinking about what to add. And it kind of to me it was reminiscent of the fight cards when you see a boxing match, or even the sort of 90s posters of action movies where there's these two, there's the protagonist and the villain, and they're sort of facing off on the poster. So it just made sense to do something similar here, to sort of showcase the two forces engaged in this conflict. Now the coloring of the skin here, I think this is just more to do with the the lighting when this was recorded, it's not actually orange. It just came out that way because of the way it's being recorded. Later on in the video, I'm going to show you the final version of the impression, and you'll see that the skin color is actually a lot darker than that. It just looks that way in this particular setting. And at this stage, I was actually watching, as this was happening, as I was drawing this, I was also watching a movie on Netflix. So there's a screen in front of me where I'm watching, I think it's Django Unchained. And just before that, a few weeks back, I'd been watching this Western show that Netflix put out. I forgot the name of it. I'm about to do some free promo for that. So that probably played a part. Oh, and also I'm currently going through Red Dead Redemption 2 as well on PS4. So that sort of explains the influence and probably why I decided to do this particular scene for this impression. As far as the colors go, like I said, it's just generously slathering color all over the page to get rid of the white space. The sort of orangey, again, it's not really orange, it's more sand colored choice is sort of supposed to have that reference to canyons and desert and that sort of arid space where not much grows in the harsh west frontier. So that's what we want with that. And then I just put some brown in the sort of two braids hanging down our protagonist's shoulders, because if it's not obvious yet, the protagonist for me is the indigenous guy on the right, and the blue was more to do with, I think this is in reference to the cavalry, I believe. I think it was, yeah. I'm trying to figure out why I chose these colors, because I didn't, like I said, this is not premeditated. This just sort of happens as I'm doing it. So I'm kind of post-rationalizing it and digging through my brain and trying to figure out why I chose specific colors. So I think that's what that was. And overall, quite happy with how this turned out. Considering that it was all just on the fly. But this is my favorite part, by the way. This red on the face is my favorite part. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time.